These cameras are recording Anthony Maurice Kennedy walking behind this unsuspecting home, trash bag in hand, and what police find behind that very house would shake them to their core.
We literally cracked the case with the sledgehammer. You know, and then something liquid came out. Obviously, we know what that is.
Because buried under inches of concrete in the backyard is Anthony's girlfriend, Adrianna Taylor. For months, Anthony and Adriana were in a secret relationship, one that would end Anthony's life if anyone ever found out. But now, through a maze of disturbing clues and secrets, Anthony will be forced to face it once and for all.
Yeah, okay. That's her car.
Nobody has heard anything from her. We don't know where her car is at.
Right now is the time. If you have anything you want to tell me, because this is all going to come to that here soon.
23-year-old Adrianna Kiri Taylor was the life of the party. Known to her loved ones as Dree, she had a smile so bright that everyone around her couldn't help but smile back. But by October 8, 2022, Adrianna mysteriously disappeared. Her family had already raised concerns with police, but their calls went nowhere. By November 13th, fed up with the lack of action, one of Adriana's cousins made another call to 911.
Oh, my cousin, she's been missing for over a month. Around October 8th? Around October 8th, she made a phone call to us around 2, 3 in the morning. And she was screaming and she was hysterical, and she said that the man that she had been dealing with was shooting at her, and that she had made it into the house and was trying to she ran upstairs. That's all she said, and then she was like, okay, man, and hung up. That's it. And then after that, nobody has heard anything from her. We don't know where her car is at. We don't know where her phone is at.
Did you report her missing?
Yes. And we gave the police all the information about this house. We've been sitting here all day waiting for the police to come. No police has showed up that even came to look at this house. And we've seen 2 police officers right now.
A month. An entire month of silence, and somehow nothing had been done about it. Adriana's whereabouts were uncertain, and investigators in Cleveland, Ohio finally launched a thorough investigation. They traced her last known address to an apartment on the west side of the city, where she'd been living with her boyfriend, 43-year-old Anthony Maurice Kennedy. By all accounts, her last known appearance was at his home, sometime around early October, after which she vanished. But it was what investigators found 2 weeks later that cracked the case wide open. They visited Kennedy's sister's home in Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania, about 150 miles from Cleveland, and discovered a hole dug in the backyard, filled with concrete. However, they soon made a damning discovery. Ring bell cameras in the surrounding area showed a man driving up to the property on Thanksgiving Day, opening the trunk of a dark-colored sedan and walking to the backyard multiple times. That man was Anthony Maurice Kennedy. The interview we're about to cover, however, takes place 2 weeks before that discovery. At this point, detectives don't have the surveillance footage yet. What they do have are rumors of his and Adriana's toxic relationship and her last known location being Anthony's apartment. They're scrambling to figure out what he did to Adriana, whether she's even alive, and why nobody has heard from her in over 5 weeks. With Anthony walking into the police station, detectives immediately begin questioning him about the days leading up to her disappearance.
This missing person investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to clarify some things from our conversation yesterday, okay, I just want to make sure I got it right in regards to, I'm trying to establish a timeline, okay? And it sounds like she's been bouncing around since she left your place, okay? Now, just so I got everything straight in regards to that, yesterday you told me that you guys were dating. She lived with you for a couple of months, but left about a month ago, right? Somewhere in, we're at the 15th day, so somewhere the beginning.
About a month and a half, something like that.
So by the beginning of October?
Beginning of October into September.
Okay.
29th.
All right, we don't need an exact date, but that gives me a better timeline. So end of September, beginning of October, okay? But she was living with you about 2 months prior to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be roughly August and September she lived with you.
Exactly.
Roughly, give or take, right? Okay. All right.
Keep in mind, at the time of this interview, Anthony was already married to someone else and was dating Adriana in secret. To make it worse, he had Adriana staying in the same apartment that he and his wife Natasha shared. which is why you'll hear detectives bring up this secret relationship at several points, and understandably question how he managed to keep a girlfriend in the place he lived with his wife.
Now, how long have you been, I know you're married, like you told me, okay? How long were you dating her?
When she moved in, maybe a month previous, because I think a month previous she got fired. So, about a few months, maybe like 3 months or so.
Before she, including when she moved in?
Yeah,
I think she got fired in July sometime.
Yeah, so total it's like 3 months.
Yeah, okay, so right after she got fired, because I know you had mentioned that they were questioning you about your relationship with her,
Yeah.
and then you guys really weren't messing around at that point, but after she got fired, then you guys started to develop a relationship. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good. Now, how long have you lived?
Oh shit, probably like 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years? That long? Okay. But you're married, so was your wife there? I was confused.
So here's the thing, she's a traveling nurse. So during that time it was like banking, she was there. My wife was on an assignment. So I had to stay, I think she was in Oregon.
I'm sorry?
Oregon?
Your wife was in Oregon?
Yeah.
So she goes, when you say traveling nurse, I mean she goes away for like months at a time?
Not months at a time, every week. The thing the longest she's been gone is maybe 2 months. The longest she's been gone?
So when she's in Cleveland, does she live with you?
No, she lives in Euclid.
She lives in Euclid?
Yeah.
You're right, you said she was living with her mother or something?
Mm-hmm.
But you guys bought a house in Euclid?
Mm-hmm.
And she is partially moved in?
We're both partially moved in to Euclid.
You're both partially moved in, but neither one of you are actually staying at the house in Euclid yet?
No.
Okay. But you said you're both moving in next month?
Yeah, because at the end of this month is the end of her lease. And then I already got majority of my stuff moved in there, so we're just gonna live together there.
You can live together there, okay. But you said she was living with her mom. Is her mom moved in with you guys?
She's supposed to move away.
Yeah.
So she's I don't need a lawyer for that question, but
Right.
so she's supposed to be staying with her brother, but their house over there where her brother lives isn't finished yet, the room that she's moving into. So she's gonna be staying with us for a little while until the.
Alright, so initially she's gonna move in.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you know, I love my mother-in-law.
Of course,
She's
that's the right thing to say.
No, she's awesome. She is awesome. So.
Alright, so, how long have you been married, by the way?
We've been married. Oh, that's a good question. Since July 15th.
Oh, this year? Oh, you guys are freshly married. Why are you messing around so quick?
The silence is loud, isn't it? Anthony married Natasha on July 15th, 2022. Adriana moved in with him roughly a month later in August. Natasha was away on a travel nursing assignment in Oregon, so Anthony had the apartment to himself, and that too for quite a while since Natasha lived in Euclid with her mother between assignments. She only stayed in the apartment whenever she was back in town. During the downtime, Anthony kept Adriana at West 98th while his wife was out of state, and deleted every text and photo between them so Natasha would never find out. Sometime during this arrangement from hell, he also kicked Adriana out, the context behind which is something detectives are very interested in.
You said you kicked Adriana out of the house essentially because she's been using, right? And how often would she use it? You know?
That I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Because
Was she using it when she moved in?
that I'm not sure. I kind of like found out, you know what I mean? And with her track record looking at it, because I was thinking like, oh, maybe she had to run a bad luck. But then I realized that, you know, there's all these rumors about, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. Like, you know, don't come to me in the rooms. I don't care. You know what I mean? Anything like, because unless I physically see it, I don't know, right? So she was living with her cousins. They jumped her and kicked her out. Then she was living with someone else. Then they kicked her. And this is months at a time. The longest period I think she's been somewhere like maybe 6 months, maybe a year. And then she lived with, I think, another person, they kicked her out. Then she was staying with her grandma and she kicked her out. Then she was staying with her friend Shawnee. Shawnee used to work with us. And she kicked her out. And then she was staying with me. And then there had to be someone else she was staying with, because again, when she was staying with me, She was there the longest 4 nights in a row, and they would disappear for a few days, stay 2 days, disappear for a day, stay 3 days, disappear for a week. And being met, because I used to be married to my first wife, that was the same pattern. And I know it was, and I would watch, it's like, but I didn't watch her carefully, because I didn't think about it, nothing about her. You know what I mean? And I found little details. And she's always like, oh, I'm selling these, and then it's like, you know what, I can't do no, because the guy down the street, he was looking upstairs from me, everybody kept saying his name was Cash or something like that. The feds hit him. I was at work when it happened. And I don't do no drug dealing and all that. That's something I can't do.
This is the old guy?
A year, maybe 2 ago, he used to go downstairs, and his name was Cash. His real name was, all you see is mail in the mailbox. But he would sit in the back of, this is when I used to park on the street. He would sit in the back of the park, at the very end of the driveway.
For the next several minutes, Anthony continues hammering in that he kicked Adriana out for her drug use, which brings him directly to the week leading up to her disappearance.
Now, yesterday, you said when she moved out, let's say October 1st. Okay, we'll say October 1st. And that is the last time you seen her talk to her?
That's the last time I've seen her. I texted her, and I told her, you know, I think it's you later. Oh, your stuff's still here, when you will come get your stuff. No text back. Hey, your stuff's still here, when you will come get your stuff. No text back. And I said, look, I'm throwing your stuff away. No text back. So I ended up throwing it away. Then my last text I ever sent her was, I hope you do good in your endeavors, and I wish the best for you.
So you were texting her, but she wasn't responding?
Right.
Okay. What kind of stuff did she have there that you threw away?
Probably clothes, a pink bag with her camera in it. Trying to think, just mainly like clothes. That's it, like a pink bag to keep her camera in. That's it.
Just like, what kind of clothes? Like, pants and stuff?
Like pants, shirts, pants, like. She took kind of like clothes for like, might maybe a bag full of clothes, and that's it, type deal. Yeah.
And she had a camera?
Yeah, I had bought her a digital camera, whatever. It looked like a camera, whatever.
Yeah.
She said she wanted to get photography.
Why'd you throw that away?
I threw the bag away. But I kept the camera all, she won't come get this, I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah.
And every time I shop on the planet has cameras on it, I don't give up. I'll just leave it back.
When did you buy that for her?
I don't know. And we all did talk about
A month or 2 before she moved out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then you haven't seen her since she moved out. That's the last time you seen her talk to her when she moved out. Or she never responded to your text message.
No, I got good rumors around where, oh, she's thinking what to do, and she's from gas fish, but I'm not with her, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure she's gas fish or what. She did, now she must be, because growing up, the best person to mess with.
Yeah.
That's how my wife was.
Yeah.
My wife was staying on, where is she staying? She's staying on Central and somewhere. Because I remember when I tried to get stamps, food stamps, and this is like 20 years ago. So I'm trying to remember. I remember trying to get food stamps, but they said I couldn't. Because I had a food stamp case, or I was on somebody's case on Central and I think 80th or something. I forget what it was. And I'm like, I don't know. I said, oh, your wife's case. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think she kind of had a thing where I was still on her thing, was living over here.
Well, yesterday you said that you paid her car payment and cell phone one time?
Yeah, like I would cash out her money to pay that, whatever.
When did you do that? If she moved out October 1st, I'm trying to figure out how much was her car payment?
It was like $6 a month.
$600.
But it was behind. So the money I was giving her was just like enough to not let them take it.
Not to repo it.
You know what I mean?
Do you remember when you gave that money?
That had to be almost 2 months ago.
From today or from when she moved out?
No, not from today. So it'll be 3 months from today. This one not last.
So is it safe to assume maybe the first month she moved in, you paid her car payment?
You could say that.
Okay. That would be roughly August if it's 3 months from today.
And then
and the selling payment.
And the seller.
Through his story, Anthony just loves to paint Adriana as a burden, some troubled woman who caused him nothing but headaches. But was that the case? According to the very same cousin who made the 911 call, the power dynamic between them was completely lopsided. Anthony had been Adriana's supervisor at their shared workplace, a Giant Eagle distribution warehouse, which ultimately meant that their relationship didn't start on equal footing. Rather, it started as a boss dating his subordinate. And once Adriana moved in, she lost total control of her life. Anthony paid her car note, her cell phone bill, everything, using finances to dictate every one of her choices. For the time she stayed with him, he also cut her off from her family. He described her mother as crazy and out of it, and made sure Adriana never brought her around, which meant that for over 5 weeks, nobody had any way to reach her or check up on her before she even went missing. And if watching slime balls like Anthony is your thing, drop us a subscription so we can keep bringing you cases just like this one.
She works or used to work with you guys?
She used to work there because she got injured with the, so we got these, the stand-up right on pallet jack thing.
Yeah.
And she was going to the rap machine to put her thing in there, and she throttled it back, and it like took off a whole chunk of her knee.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's terrible.
When did that happen?
Oh shit.
This year?
Yes, this year.
Okay, so sometime this year she
Sometime
got
this
injured
year.
and then left.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, do you know anybody in her family, Adriana's family?
So I know I've never met them, but this is what she spoke of. She has a little brother. I think they got different dads. And I believe they have different dads. And her little brother is the closest thing to her, but I never met him or talked to him. And then she talked to her dad, I think who has cancer or whatever. And her mom, because I wanted to meet her mom, and she said she's gonna bring mom over. But she said that her mom's like, I know she's crazy or something. She goes, no, my mom's like, she's not really the same. She's kind of out of it. She's a little crazy. I'm like, okay. And then her grandma who kicked her out, I know her grandma had cancer. And she had problems with her aunt, because her aunt was like her aunt's an aunt, but she's also an uncle type deal. She's a man, woman, whatever you want to call her. And they got into it real bad, and that's why I think her grandma kicked her out. It was some mess or crap with that. And those are the only...
So you never met any of them?
I never met anyone. Oh, she has a cousin that she would hang around a lot with me. She said they fell out. Her and her other cousins jumped her and kicked her out of her one place. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I want to go back real quick to the last day that she was at the house.
Mm-hmm.
How did it end? Did you say you got to leave and she left, or did she leave, was supposed to come back and never came back? What was the circumstances on her last day at your place?
I told her, I said, you can't be here anymore. You gotta leave. You're causing too much problem. You're doing drugs. I don't know if you're selling out here. You're not gonna have me in federal penitentiary for goddamn daily drugs. That's not just, they're not charging just for traffic stuff. They're charging for attempted murder. That's the shit. That shit's killing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's killing people faster than ever could.
That's the worst stuff.
Over time. That much. You know what I mean?
So she just agreed and basically took some things and left?
You know, whatever, this, that, and I was a
Yeah. Okay. She did take some of her things at least?
Yeah, she took some of her, she took out a bag full, one white bag full of clothes.
Yeah.
Wrapped it up, was upset, made sure I got my key off her ring. You know, she's mad, crying, took her phone, all this other bullshit, just left.
And she fill up you say a white bag, like a garbage bag?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then she left.
Mm-hmm.
And her phone was still working at that time, right?
You're not sure? I believe so, but when I tried to, I think I tried to call her, she didn't answer. She went straight to voicemail, but she always keep it on Do Not Disturb.
So typically it goes right to voicemail?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
So you gotta kind of wait for her to call you back. She never called me back. That's why I started texting game. So I text her, never got her stuff.
Now, yesterday you also mentioned that you bought her a gun,
Mm-hmm.
and then you gave her a gun.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Why did you buy her a gun?
Because she said she's always down on 30th and all that.
So
and I
you're
said,
for
very
safety.
dangerous.
What kind of gun did you buy her?
Hold on. It is what's the name of it? It looked like saucy, but it's not. SCCY.
Sour?
Not 6 hours.
Not 6 hours? I'm not a gun guy, are you?
A little bit, yeah.
Go ahead.
That's what I was thinking it was going to go.
I want to come back to that. I want to revisit that.
Yeah.
It's my own personal opinion. But SCCY is the gun company.
SCCY.
9mm calibers.
To save you from having to stare at a white ceiling for 5 minutes, we'll quickly run through what Anthony tells detectives next. For the next 5 minutes, detectives press him on every firearm he owns. He admits to buying Adriana 2 9mm pistols from Atlantic Gun and Tackle in August, a pink SCCY and a gold, both supposedly sitting in a storage unit he can't locate, while selling off the rest, leaving almost nothing for investigators to test against the bullet pulled from Adriana. He does, however, admit to still having a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm and confirms a .40 caliber Smith & Wesson is being held as evidence from a prior arrest. But he couldn't own those guns legally, and the reasons behind that are something Anthony explains himself.
So I want to talk to that. I believe the following. And maybe this is just me being naive. I believe officers should know the following. Weapons, drugs, if someone is on drugs, there's a difference in law. That was just my only opinion. I'm going through. Now I'll talk to you. I mean, so I told you I was at court at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I had a situation where I had vertigo, right, and I had a really bad vertigo. So
Yeah.
when I was pulled me over, they thought I was under influence of drugs.
Oh.
Yes,
Where at? What city?
Macedonia.
Macedonia. Okay.
And then when he took my gun, because the gun I had at the time was a .40 caliber Smith & Wesson, he put it in evidence as a 9mm. And I'm like, you didn't see those.
You didn't see 45 on there?
It's written on there, and then
Right.
you pull out the clip to see how big the bullets were. And I don't know you'll get your gun. I'm like, wait a minute, these look big.
When did that happen?
This happened last year.
Last year. Yeah.
So
Everything's cool now in that regards to that?
everything's not cool. I'm still fighting.
That's what the Zoom's for?
That's what the Zoom's for.
Okay.
Because I just released documents. My
Still
daughter
got that at 1?
still got it once.
Okay. So let's move through this whole order so I can figure out where the heck she's at. What guns do you still have that 45 or is it still being held?
No, they have it.
They still have it? Okay, what guns do you have? Do you have any more guns?
The only one I have is my EDC. And
It's what?
my everyday carry.
Yeah, which one?
But I can't carry it because I'm on a diaper.
Okay, what is it?
9mm Smith & Wesson.
Where's that gun at?
It's in my new house. It's an M&P 9mm Smith & Wesson.
It's in your new house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What color is that?
Or so. M&P Smith & Wesson 9mm. Insert.
And the other 45 caliber is in Macedonia.
Yeah, they got the 40.
Okay. And then, what's your address? Your new address in Euclid, you know? Is that a single home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have any idea where she can be?
These are the only places I can tell you. I remember going to go see her, and I gave her I think $40. And she was in Bedford, at this apartment complex.
When was this?
This was right before she moved in. It was kind of talking with her.
Okay.
And I went up there, and we were talking for a sec, and then I gave her the money. She's like, yeah, it's me and my cousin. She said it was her cousin. And she's like, yeah, my cousin, we're about to go swimming. And all right, that's cool. You know, the only other place I've been to was their grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And Chester or whatever it was?
Yeah, Chester. And I know that she's always on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I told her, it is dangerous. Oh, I grew up there. You know what? This whole I grew up there, that place is bad. I don't go down. I don't go there. I don't
either.
I don't really come on this side of town period, especially on this street. This street's scary.
All right, so did she ever, besides West Virginia, did she ever, somebody else said something about Columbus, I don't know if that was you. Was she anywhere else?
She might have been in Columbus. She might have been in Columbus and might have been a place in PA. I'm not sure.
Who's in Columbus?
That are not her peeps.
For peace.
For peace.
And that's just Columbus in general, okay?
She never said it was in Columbus or what. So
What about, you said PA?
probably PA.
What's in PA?
That I'm not sure. Probably more peeps.
No. Who's in Pennsylvania now?
My brother Manny.
Your brother?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Manny.
Manny. Same last name?
Yeah.
All right. My brother lived outside of Philadelphia for a while. I can't remember the name of the city off the top of my head. I was going to ask you about it. So she, so you have no idea where she could be at, huh?
There's no idea.
And
I really wish I had more help so that we could find her and I can stop being goddamn Anthony. I don't.
well, let me ask you this, Anthony. Speaking of that, not that, but speaking of, did you talk to Sergeant Cribble, by the way?
Criminal.
Yeah, remember I gave you the name. You wanted to know who was the sergeant on scene when they.
Oh yeah, so I tried to call. They put me on hold for a long time. Then yeah.
Let me ask you this. When they were there, they found quite a few gun boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Where are all those guns at that they found? A Masada gun box?
Mm-hmm.
What's that for?
Those are all the guns I have bought, but I ended up selling like a whole bunch of guns because I wasn't allowed to carry them more.
So who'd you sell them to?
Just random people. Because there's no registry in Ohio, so you can sell it to anybody.
Do you know who you sold these people to?
It's like cheap people. I mean, I look to like new people and they're like, hey, you see every gun, but yeah, I'm selling.
Would that apply to the Jericho gun?
All those guns.
Every gun on here?
Mm-hmm.
Except the Smith & Wesson, because you still have that.
Yeah, I still have that.
Right, okay. Well, let me ask you, Anthony, what about, they found a rifle magazine.
Mm-hmm.
What was the rifle?
No, I don't have a rifle anymore. That was one of those gun boxes. I had a lot of extra magazines, but that's my other.
You sold the rifles. When did you sell all these guns?
Oh shit! A little after I caught my case.
Last year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's probably maybe, I'll say 6 months into when I caught my case. I was trying to do a lot of research, and so on an indictment, I cannot. Well, the judge said you can't be around firearms, drugs, or that. And I'm like, just like.
So when did you catch the case?
I want to say 11 and 21.
November last year, about this time last year?
If it's not this time last year, it's the year before, but I've been dealing with this case for almost a little over a year.
Okay. So
Yeah.
roughly this time last year. I never did a record check.
Oh yeah, so it's about a little over a year, so it's about that.
I checked to make sure you had no warrants, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't wanted for murder in here. Fortunately, you're not a murderer.
Dude, I know. This guy, man.
While it wasn't murder, Anthony's criminal past had all the makings of turning him into one who would commit it. In March 2019, he attacked a previous girlfriend at the same West 98th Street apartment. It was flagged as high-risk domestic violence by authorities. Despite that, the charge was reduced to a misdemeanor, and he served 0 days in jail. Then came an OVI arrest in Macedonia in October 2021, where he was caught with a Smith & Wesson in his vehicle. That case resulted in a judge ordering him not to possess firearms, an order he was clearly violating. And if that didn't reek of suspicion enough, Anthony had also begun ripping the carpets out of his apartment right after Adriana went missing.
The really thing that's really kind of confused on is, there's a couple of things. The carpeting being removed from the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you do that?
Because of bedbugs. I kind of went crazy. I had a vision that I was going to take up the carpet. I took up the carpet. And I had them sit in my house for almost 2 weeks.
When did you remove the carpeting?
After she left.
After she left?
I won't say immediately after she left. It might have been like a week or so. And I'm sitting around getting bit together. I'm like,
so first week in October or something.
First week in October.
Okay.
So I started.
Did you tell the landlord you did that?
No.
Did you tell the landlord you have bed bugs?
No.
Why not?
I took care of it myself.
Yeah, but you left other carpeting in there, so that.
But
bed bugs don't hang in carpeting, by the way.
We know that now, right? But this is the reason why. So, a lot of stuff that I can take, like my toilet and like the Pamela, I'll just do it myself. Because she lives all the way in Strongville. I'm not gonna bother a woman. If I can take care of myself, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And when I pulled up, so I had this vision that I was going to basically sand the floor and just kind of make it a hardwood floor, just dock right there. You know what I mean? But I just didn't finish it.
Yeah. Okay. But why you just because there's carpeting in the dining room? I think they said in the bedroom.
There's carpeting in all over the place. And I was going to pull up the carpeting in my room. I'm like, oh, don't fly.
Where did you see the bed bugs at?
I saw it on the couch because it bit me, and I was all in the lining of the couch. And then I seen them. Thought I seen them on the floor, but it's just like you look at the floor like it's moving, but I ain't really got good vision. But when I see the couch, I took up the cushions, and it burned those. I had to cut the couch apart. Another reason I destroyed the couch, I wasn't carrying it back downstairs. Right, when I moved, I'm not sure that couch was get in there. And my window, when you're walking up the steps, there's this window. Me and my friend broke that window trying to get that couch in there.
So you cut the couch up?
I cut the couch up and burned it.
In the fire pit? What about the carpeting?
No, the carpeting I just wrapped up and just put on the side of the house. Oh. I sat in the dining room for about 2 or 3 weeks. You can't throw away bulk stuff until like the first, and then I threw it away with when it came and got the bulk garbage.
Yeah. Oh, then you threw it away at that point. Yeah. Okay. You haven't told the landlord yet that you cut the carpeting up?
No,
I'm probably not going to go so well.
No, I'm a virgin. Listen, I don't believe I'm getting back to the deposit money. It's just $600. When I moved in, the place went on $600 a month. That's what was so dope.
Yeah.
But when the market, she decided, oh, the market went up, so this guy going, why? 600 was good.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
So you did all this in the first week in October, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the carpeting got picked up by the garbage man eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And then you burned the whole freaking couch?
No, I just like certain pieces of it, like the wood parts like that, and I cut the wood parts, and there's like metal in there. You can't burn the metal, so metal.
Yeah.
Like the cushion sink, I just put those back, threw those away. The cushions are burned.
So anything you could burn off the couch, you burned, and you threw out in the trash?
Yeah.
What day's garbage day for you guys?
Tuesday.
Tuesdays? You put it out Monday night?
I put it out Tuesday, coming Wednesday.
Comes Wednesday. Okay. But that was all last month. All right. Would you stay there? Or are you sleeping there, or what are you doing?
I was sleeping there, but I've been sleeping with my wife at her house.
At her house with her mom?
Mm-hmm.
In Euclid? Okay.
Because I would sometimes sleep at her house, sometimes sleep at my house. You know what I mean?
When is the last time that you slept there? You got a bed in there?
Mm-hmm.
There is?
Yeah.
You get rid of the mattresses?
So I sprayed the mattresses like pure alcohol.
Yeah.
I plan on getting rid of those. But I sprayed with pure alcohol. I got an air bed in the other room. That place was infected, so I was sleeping there.
Yeah.
Or I would left the room and stuff like that alone.
So the rest of it you just sprayed and started carpeting in the front. I haven't been there, but you walk through the back door and you're in the kitchen, then you're in the dining room, and then you're in the front room, and that's where the carpeting was gone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's a bigger front room that you had a TV and couch and all that kind of junk in there at one time? Okay.
And those other chairs, I was going to cut those up too.
What are those, lazy boy chairs or something?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to cut. I may still, because I'm not carrying them down the steps. I'm telling you that now, so they're next on the chopping block.
Yeah. So how did you get that couch out? Because couches are metal, so, I mean, you got a whole metal frame to a couch. Did you throw it out the back window, or somebody help you, or what?
But when I got it up the street,
Took it out.
when I took it out, no, I cut it in pieces.
Yeah, but it's metal.
I cut it with so the way the couch is structured,
Yeah.
so it's all wood. The only metal is the springs.
Yeah.
And the springs are metal, and the one thing is connected to metal. Because the saw I bought can cut through metal and through boards. And that's what I got a little cut on that fairly.
Yeah.
So I used the clipper things that I have, clip the metal things, and it like open up the springs, and I was able to cut it. And then I took the metal piece I could take, I threw that in the bag and threw that away, but all the other parts I just burned.
Anybody help you do that?
Just me.
Just you? You do the carpeting by yourself too?
Huh?
Okay. All right. One other thing I wanted to ask you is the holes in the wall. Did you patch those holes?
I got a patch on. I have you seen when they came in, they seen a ton of paintings. Half of those paintings I painted myself.
Yeah.
There's an angel on the wall that's being disintegrated. I painted her. There's a lot on the toilet because we stuck in the house. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I did like a lot of painting.
So at this point, detectives are looking at a man who gutted his apartment the week his girlfriend vanished, who's blamed her for everything, and who owns guns he's legally barred from having. But they have one more card to play. Adriana's car was caught on a license plate reader in Pennsylvania on October 12th, just 4 days after her family last heard from her. And it showed Anthony was the one driving it. Detectives believe this was his trip to bury her body in the backyard of his sister's home in Wilkinsburg. The Ring doorbell footage from Thanksgiving, which came weeks later, would have been him returning to add more concrete or further conceal the grave. A revelation that isn't about to sit well with him.
Did you ever drive Adriana's car? Yeah? She was living with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the one time, I don't know how this happened. I had like a big, it looked like a sword in my tire. And I had to get to work. She let me use her car. And then I would take her car sometimes to the gas station, put gas in it for, some shit.
Yeah.
So, I take the car to the gas station, put gas in it for that type of deal, And then, just like to go places here and there.
Little trips while you got it, but obviously.
And then she would use my truck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
right. So obviously you haven't driven that car then since you left.
Right.
And she left with that car.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I asked you about West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
I do know she was in West Virginia
Mm-hmm.
in the first week of October there, and you said she has peeps there, but you don't know is what you call it.
The peeps.
Yeah. But you don't know if they're family, friends, or friends, or you don't know anything about the people in West Virginia.
The only person I met was Deshawn, only because I worked for her, and I'm supposed to be her best friend. Deshauna. She's a female. That's the only one I knew because I worked.
Is this a West Virginia girl?
No, she lives in Cleveland.
Oh. Have you ever been to West Virginia with Adriana?
No.
Right now, and I'm not saying you did anything wrong, but I'm telling you, just man to man, right now is the time, if you have anything that you want to tell me, because this is all going to come to that here soon, and if you're holding back, or if you know what happened, you know where her car's at, or where she's at, anything, now's the time to say something. You didn't do anything to her. Because I'm going to be honest, it's a little suspicious.
That is a criminal question.
Okay.
And it does look suspicious, but that question I will answer with a lawyer.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I went there for a second and because of all the things I told you. She is in good health. She's okay. I just don't know her whereabouts. I did one favor for her as a last ride, but
How do you know she's in good health?
I believe she took it out.
You believe she's in good health?
That's when I thought that she was in good health. She had raised and everything. But no. All the other goals yesterday, that's about it.
Well, I can tell you that we got the Allegheny Sheriff's Department and the FBI out there.
Sure.
So if you know where she's at, again, that would be the time to tell me, because this is going to get way worse.
And sir, if you could please hand over your cell phones. We have a search warrant for those.
I'm not going to use my phone.
What's that, sir?
I'm going to use my phone for anything.
We have a search warrant for them, so you're going to have to provide them to us.
Well, how am I going to record? I have to record from my phone.
I'll court for you.
Yeah, we could hook that
I
up
can call court
for
for you. I'm not trying to be unfair again.
Yeah.
I'll actually call court for you. Okay?
you. We don't want you getting in trouble for that.
So we're going to take those to the FBI and process these things.
I mean, if you have further force, so we don't have to do all this stuff, that would be helpful for all of us.
All I know is
It's
on for you.
something you handle now. It's a much better option for you. I think you know I've been fair with you. I've been honest with you. Everything I've done, I've been honest with you. Right. But there's a lot of, and quite frankly, I didn't even get into everything. I just wanted to show you that's just one thing. And
The image detectives showed him is the same one captured by the license plate reader in Pennsylvania. And clearly, it's enough to break the camel's back, and Anthony immediately requests a lawyer. But moments later, after attending a Zoom court hearing for an unrelated case, he tells detectives he has something to add. And the story he's cooked up is almost too stupid to believe.
I'm going to put the camera back on, all right? I'm going to ask you, tell you a few things. I want to make sure you understand. You're continuing this on, but you'll just, no setup question. I'm just going to explain to you, what we've been doing, because it's been 2 hours, you know what I mean? What is it that you wanted to add?
I just don't want my life to be in danger.
You don't want what?
I don't want my life to be in danger.
You don't want your life to be in danger? Okay. Well, I don't want your life to be in danger either, Anthony, okay?
They say that all the time.
I know.
It never goes down like that.
I know. But, okay,
There's a greater reason why I kicked her out.
there's a greater reason why you kicked her out.
I'm not driving my car. I'm not trying to have nothing to talk to her. She asked me about a big name in PA.
A big name?
A big drug name.
Drug name, okay?
There's a house on.
Just hang tight, it's okay, all
I
right?
want my life to be in danger.
Okay, I don't want your life to be in danger
She
either.
was involved in a lot more. There's a house on that they do scamming, they do drugs, like sell drugs, they do scamming, they do a lot of things. And when the last time I saw her and she was leaving, was the reason why I kicked her out, because she had 400 of those blue pills on her.
Of what kind of pills?
The blue pills I talked to you about, the perpetrators with the body rock.
Are you talking about? Okay,
She had, it was like 4 bags, like about 400 of them. It looked like a ton of them.
about 400 pills is what you're saying. And this is back at the end of September, beginning of October. And that is another reason, or the reason why you kicked her out, right? Is what you're saying?
Is it?
It's time just to trust me and trust yourself, and let's just.
I don't want to end up dead.
No, I don't want you to end up dead either.
I have a name, but I don't.
In what city in Pennsylvania are you referring to?
She was asking me about Westgate.
Westgate.
Westgate's, they call it the Gates. It's a really bad project. She was asking about that. Then she was asking about Philadelphia. Well, I know we've been in Philadelphia. And then, I can't remember the neighborhood she asked me about, but the people that run this place, they're goons, they're killers, they don't play. They
How does she know these people?
These are people she grew up with. These are people she grew up with. She be down on her. That's who she messed with. And I believe she's messing. I don't know if he's the kingpin or one of the bigger people there, but that's the gentleman she's like dealing with. I can't give his name. I know his street name, but I don't want to give his name because I don't want to end that.
And it's the city is called Westgate, or the neighborhood is called Westgate?
I guess it's a city.
It's a city.
Well, Pittsburgh's in boroughs.
Right, I know.
So Westgate's the borough.
And you're saying that's
So that's what she was asking about. Like, and I told her that's the gates of hell. And she said, well, do you know who's big out there? And I was like, I don't go over there.
But she didn't grow up in Pennsylvania.
She didn't grow up in Pennsylvania.
No, so I don't know how she would know these people.
Because of the people. They're like, oh,
You're talking the people on here in Cleveland. Know the people in Westgate.
that's what I'm saying.
Is what you're saying. Before,
I don't want them, because they got people there, they got the state kind of.
so when you're referring to the big name, you're referring to a big name here in Cleveland
Yeah, there's a big name here in Cleveland.
that deals with people in Westgate.
Right.
Okay.
She was asking me if I knew somebody, a big name in Westgate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who's big out there? And I don't know.
You don't know anybody in Westgate.
Mm.
But you're saying
That's
that
the gates of hell. The people
Right.
over here, like I said, it's a building, they do scamming, they sell drugs. Don't do it, nothing. Like, I've never been down there. There's this stuff she told me in confidence.
Well, in our earlier conversation, You had said that you took the car to Pennsylvania, okay?
I'm not driving that car.
You're not driving that car.
I was trying to protect her.
So when you said that you were taking it to avoid the repo guy, that was not true?
That's not true. I just said this. I said earlier. But when you buy a truck, that's true. I'm trying to avoid the repo man. I just use that when I'm trying to protect her because these people are scary. They're very scary. And like her cousins and stuff like, oh, we're going to get him up. You know, stuff I was saying about, they're not compared to the people that she's dealing with. And I was just scared because she wanted me to go where I said, I'm not good with drug stuff. I don't do good with drug stuff. That stuff I don't do good with it. You know, especially what happened to old boy downstairs now. And
well, the next obvious question is, I need the name of who you're referring to so I can investigate.
I don't want to get that out because I don't want to get killed.
Okay, you're not going to get killed. What I'm doing,
Detective, listen, that y'all say that, but then when it happens, then what?
I'm telling you that when I conduct an investigation for missing persons such as this, okay, where it's crossing state lines and everything else, okay, it's a matter of I go to people and I talk to people and I don't sit there and say, oh, so-and-so told me this, so-and-so told me that, okay?
Can we get that record right? Can we get that right?
What's on camera right there?
No. What I'm saying is that if you approach this person, that I didn't have nothing to do with telling him about what they're into.
Yeah. I mean, we got the video camera. That's public information.
If requested.
Yeah.
It's just not open to anybody.
Yeah, you guys got to get a public information request.
Officers are allowed to lie to you in order to get an indictment.
Well, I don't.
I can't tell you anything that's false. I can't promise you anything. I can't promise you. You tell me this, then you're gonna. I can't do any of that. Okay, it's not gonna change the outlook on what's going on with all the other stuff and all the other information we have. Okay?
Because as far as me, I'm innocent. I've done nothing wrong, but I just know a street name. I don't know his name.
What's the street name? That's fine. Then you definitely didn't give me any information. That's something I would have to really investigate to find out whose street name is associated with the real name of the street name.
His name's Bear.
Bear? Like the animal?
Anthony's story sounds like something ripped from a cheap thriller. His girlfriend was wrapped up in a drug operation called the Gates of Hell, run by a man named Bear. She had 400 pills on her and was asking about kingpins in Pittsburgh. All while poor little Anthony was just the scared boyfriend, caught up in a world he didn't understand. And the moment he's challenged on the story, Anthony will do what he does best: curl up and run from it all.
You're going to stick with or insist that you didn't take that car to Pennsylvania, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
I like, at this time now I want to just talk to a lawyer.
You want to talk to a lawyer?
Yeah, because I feel like my life will be in danger. The information I give you, I feel like my life's in danger now. I really do. With the information I just gave you, I feel like my life's in danger.
Well, we're not going to do anything to put you purposely in danger, that's for sure. That's just not anything consistent with all the other information we have in regards to this at all, quite frankly. So, but yeah, if you want to speak to an attorney, then we'll go ahead and end that interview, and then you can go about your business. We'll get these phones back to you after that search warrant's executed.
With his second request for a lawyer, Anthony is free to leave. This is where we jump forward 2 weeks to when officers recovered the surveillance footage from Thanksgiving night, showing Anthony pulling up to a house in Wilkinsburg, opening his trunk, and walking to the backyard. That house belonged to Anthony's sister, who was living on rent and did not own the home. By the time officers arrived to check the scene, the landlord had quite a lot to say.
There was an alert on the ring cam that my fiance showed me maybe, about 5:46. Okay. So it was some, piece of shit back here underneath my lap or whatever. Yeah. So I drove up here in about 90 seconds. I'm like, no, what's going on? Back at the house. Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, Kathy's brother. So I'm like,
did he say his name?
I couldn't remember. Okay. And I was just like, because, Kathy's like, oh. So, I'm like, whatever. He said he was not going to take it a week. So then, so at that point, I go back. Oh, so then, so this encounter happened over there.
Like
He had
in
a
the
shovel.
front, towards the front yard?
Correct, on the other side of
Yeah.
my box truck.
All right.
So, so that happened or whatever. I made up with him, and he had the, the shovel in the bag or whatever. Then he jumps in the car and they speed off.
What car?
The police got here, and I let them know what was going on and everything. And then, and I told him and the one cop was unfathomably dismissive, Officer Beers.
Okay.
Unfathomably condescending and dismissive, so then he was about to leave. He just dismissed it. He said it like 3 or 4 times. I said, don't go to the trouble to do things of this nature. Just took my ladder. I own a real estate company. I take losses all the time. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So moving forward, so the guy was about to leave, and he told my fiance and I, when we found out what was in the thing, to give him a call back. I mean, I don't know if you guys operate like that, but that was pretty. So then at that point,
How did you find out that it was about?
oh, because he made my fiance and I dig it out and beat on it with sledgehammers and shit until my cousin went, as my cousin held the flashlight. Yeah, we're the they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
We literally cracked the case
Okay.
with the sledgehammer and shit,
Uh-huh.
So,
all these tools are your tools.
absolutely. That is correct.
Okay, so when I'm just trying to get the timeline.
Okay, sure.
So when hang on. So when they arrive, you meet them here. You meet the cops here.
That is correct.
You show them this. You're like, this shit isn't right,
Absolutely.
and they're like, yeah, it's not a big deal, whatever.
Right. Absolutely.
Did they then completely depart the scene?
The
and
only
leave you?
way that we could keep them here
is if you would start breaking it up.
Absolutely.
I got you. All right, so you
So-
start breaking it up.
Right. So my girl, I'm like, just stop. I'll do it. I don't want her to swing the sledgehammer and all that and everything. So I came back there, busted everything up.
I got it.
I'm hitting it. So then the side cracks over here where the black plastic was.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit it a little more. Some shit got my face. I spit it out. But it was dirt. And then the cop cut it. And then something liquid came out. You smell this unfathomably putrid odor.
Yeah,
And obviously we know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's dumb. Like, oh man, it might be a dog. Like, who would go through the trouble to bury a dog in this manner? It's absurd.
Yeah.
So Officer Bears, man, he deserves a medal, honestly. But we're pretty about it.
Yeah.
And it's shit isn't cool, man.
No.
And
understand.
yeah, we were literally about to walk into the bowling alley before you guys called us.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, we gave him the number and everything. If you guys need to come again, you can just give us a call.
Okay. We're sorry. We're
And
from Cleveland.
I get it.
We came
And
down
I'll
today.
make myself available. I'm family,
appreciate that.
punchable, and easy to deal with.
Oh, great.
Unlike Officer Bears.
With the landlord's very understandable hatred for Officer Bears, detectives eventually recovered the body buried in the backyard. Tragically, it was Adriana's. She had been shot and buried under layers of concrete. After the discovery, Anthony fled across the country. A nationwide manhunt involving several police departments and the FBI was launched. 6 days later, on November 30th, Anthony surrendered at Allegheny County Police Headquarters with a defense attorney at his side. He was indicted on 13 felony counts. Ultimately, he pled guilty to aggravated murder, aggravated robbery, tampering with evidence, and other related offenses. He was sentenced to life in prison, with first parole eligibility after 20 years. Our thoughts are with Adriana's mother, her father, her siblings, and everyone who loved her. Thanks for watching. 80% of everyone watching isn't subscribed. If this is the kind of content you stick around for, subscribing helps us keep making exactly this. It's free and it goes a long way. If you'd love to watch more videos just like this, check out one of our best cases right here, or our latest upload right here.